Many working professionals today choose the flexibility provided by the gig economy over the stability of their 9-to-5 jobs. You have seen an increase in the past 10 years in the number of persons working gig or freelance jobs. The gig economy offers attractive benefits like working when and when you want. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and get ready to learn deeply how to thrive in the gig economy and make more money. Contrary to popular opinion, there has always been a gig economy. Since companies began using seasonal or temporary employees, this working paradigm has been in existence. The term gig economy now refers to the portion of the workforce that works freelance, contractually, or part-time rather than in a regular 9-to-5 job. Freelance writers, online instructors, experts in digital marketing, web developers, cybersecurity experts, and many more are examples of gig workers. Whose economy is the gig? The independent workers paid by the gig is a task or a project, as opposed to those who receive a salary or hourly wage, the customers who require a specific service, such as a ride to their next destination or a specific item delivered, and the businesses that directly connect the worker and the customer, such as app-based technology platforms. The worker is connected to the customer, who then pays them, through businesses like Uber, Airbnb, Lyft, Etsy, or TaskRabbit. The gig economy's rise, difficulties for counties. From municipal to federal legislation, the gig economy is a type of job that is still largely undefined and unacknowledged in the United States. But, the gig economy is expanding and changing how people see work, which presents a number of difficulties for local governments. 1. A change in working mindset. A change in how Americans understand employment has occurred as a result of the expansion of the gig economy. For the flexibility, freedom, and personal fulfillment it offers, some people opt to join the gig economy as opposed to a more conventional system where they work full-time for just one employer. Many students express a desire for more power and independence over their professional development. The majority of students are also habitual multitaskers, many of them desire both the flexibility of concurrent, smaller jobs and the security of a single anchor employer. They wish to use their expertise in a variety of positions. 2. Prospective workforce policies. A different work culture was considered when many of America's present labor rules and social safety net were created early in the 20th century. Workers were expected to work for one firm until retirement and were much more likely to do so while receiving benefits from that organization. Yet, counties now need to be ready to change with the labor market. The labor force in the gig economy is independent and contract-based. As a result, the technology platform businesses do not provide benefits like health insurance to gig workers since they are independent contractors. Instead, they are responsible for obtaining them. Consider the term dependent contractor as a potential new classification for gig workers. This group includes freelancers whose primary source of income is a particular business, which is required to offer benefits and abide by specified rules. Benefits that employees own and carry with them to each new job are known as portable benefits. Based on the prorated quantity of work completed for the company, employers who use employees as independent contractors would contribute to these benefits. All of this simply indicates that in a gig economy, skilled workers are in high demand. People are also taking advantage of new opportunities to make a living as a result of their increased capacity to acquire revenue outside of the realm of regular employment. With websites like Airtasker or Upwork, they market their abilities to both businesses and other people. These people work as their own bosses and are a particular form of solopreneur, combining jobs to get money. There are different sizes and forms of gig economy employees. People may work full-time employment and have a side business they do in the evenings. Others own enterprises. Many people combine many sources of income, generating their money through a variety of microbusinesses, e-commerce, and freelance jobs. The fact that all solopreneurs are individuals running their own small business, who frequently utilize tech-enabled platforms to offer their services, and who are in charge of their own finances and time is what unites them. Would you be a good fit for the gig economy? Solopreneurship in the gig economy isn't for everyone, despite the fact that it's growing more and more prevalent. If you're thinking about working as a hired gun, consider these questions. What expertise can I provide? Do I need to make any improvements? Can I handle ambiguity? Am I a go-getter who starts things out on my own? Are people prepared to pay for what I have to offer? Do I want flexibility, or do I require the office's structure? Am I driven enough to generate the necessary income? Can I afford the expenses of operating my own business? Can I accept accountability when something goes wrong? Where can I locate clients and customers? There is no one right approach to run a single business, which is fantastic. And even if you gave no answers to some of those questions, you can still start your own business. You only need to acquire certain necessary skills. With these 10 essential talents, anyone can succeed in the gig economy. 48 reasons that influence how you behave at work have been identified based on 20 years of research on workplace motivation. We've selected a few of the driving forces that are essential for succeeding as a gig worker. Initiate. We discovered that individuals that are highly motivated toward initiation don't hang around waiting for someone else to take the lead. Instead, they leap right in and start working. The possibilities excite them. These are qualities you'll need if you want to work as a gig worker, because you could just have a few seconds to claim a job opportunity when it appears on your app before someone else does. Alternatives. In terms of how adaptive and flexible we are, our research revealed 2 incentive types: alternatives and procedures. People with an alternative mindset are very adaptable and prefer to keep their options open. Also, they frequently exhibit creativity and delight in generating fresh project ideas. Because to the unpredictability of the gig economy, this mindset is ideal for freelance workers. Sole responsibility. High solo responsibility motivated individuals prefer to work independently on projects with clear objectives rather than delegating authority to a team. You must be able to work independently and assume full responsibility for your contracts if you want to succeed as a solopreneur. Goal orientation and problem orientation. How do you inspire others and yourself? How do you inspire others? According to our research, there are 2 types of motivation in this area: issue orientation, which is interested in foreseeing, preventing, or fixing difficulties, and goal orientation, which is motivated by working toward a purpose and goals. Yet, you'll often need to have a mix of both in the freelance economy. Evolution and/or difference. What level of change and diversity are you comfortable with? Having high degrees of evolution and/or difference will work well for you if you want to enter the gig economy. Evolution implies that you value progressive change and take pleasure in a dynamic world. Extreme difference indicates that you enjoy quick change and desire to launch brand new initiatives from begin. Both are favorable to the gig economy's dynamic environment. Yet, if you're driven by monotony, the gig economy's lack of consistency could make you anxious. Some assertiveness. How important norms and standards are to you and how confident you are in telling others what is expected of them are 2 examples of assertiveness. Since you won't be super assertive and won't be managing any staff, you can get by without being very assertive. You will need to be your own advocate as a gig worker because no one else will speak up for you, thus you will need to be at least somewhat assertive. Furthermore, we discovered a favorable correlation between assertiveness and profitability. Money. According to our research, successful entrepreneurs place a lot of emphasis on it, but that doesn't mean you're solely in it for the money. Instead, it indicates that you are driven to focus on the company's financial and commercial aspects. Your attention will be on margins and profit and loss. This is crucial because finding enough gigs to support oneself as a gig worker is one of the major obstacles. You don't want to work your maximum number of hours and then discover that your income is still insufficient to cover your expenses. Poor consistency. Those who are motivated by consistency are hesitant to make decisions and constantly double-check their work. This is excellent for roles requiring a high degree of consistency in safety requirements, such as customer service, quality control, or any other. Yet, due to the quick speed and transient nature of the gig economy, you don't have time for constant checking. Instead, you must complete the task at hand and move on to the next. Being in the middle or lower range of consistency would undoubtedly make it easier for you to succeed as a freelance worker. Learning. Skills key in the gig economy, so is your willingness to learn. You can earn more money the more abilities you can market. One gig worker frequently switches between 2 distinct applications in a single day, such as ride-sharing and food delivery. You must be open to learning new skills in order to diversify your sources of income if you want to succeed in this new economy. People skills. As a gig worker, you will inevitably come into touch with clients, whether it be when you drive them somewhere and converse with them or when you offer them their meal at the door. Being a successful solopreneur will require you to develop your emotional intelligence, listening abilities, and empathy. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe.